Do you expect hospitality to have some rules relaxed this weekend?
Very fair question. I don't want to speculate on any particular restriction or the timing of it being eased, because I've got to know a lot of people who work in the restaurant sector and the pub sector and the hospitality sector over the last year or two, and one thing I've learned is that when they hear a government minister saying that a restriction is going to be eased, they want to know that's the case. They don't want us raising expectations only to have them dashed. They don't want people scrambling to make plans only to have to cancel them. I think that's not fair, and we will meet on Friday, or we've tentative plans at least for a cabinet meeting on Friday, and we'll be able to give people very clear information then, and a bit of notice too.
March 31st, though, you were willing to speculate on that as our own Freedom Day. Why the lack of ambition? March seems a long time to wait.
Well, I don't think we should remove all restrictions in one fell swoop. I'd like to see us do it maybe in 2 or 3 phases. I think in case things go off, and it does make sense to me to do it in phases. The reason why I mentioned March 31st as the objective, the target I'd like us to set to have almost all legal restrictions removed, is that the emergency legislation around COVID passes, around masks, around closing businesses, that expires on the 31st of March, and I wouldn't like us to have to renew it.
And listen, intuitively people will understand that. I think intuitively people will understand it on a phased basis and caution and all of that. At the same time, I mean, have NPHET provided you any models as to what would happen if you just lifted them this weekend? Everything.
We haven't seen any new models yet, but I imagine we'll see them. Yeah, I'd be interested to see them on Thursday or Friday. But you wouldn't need to be. You wouldn't need to be an epidemiologist or a scientist to understand that if we did just suddenly remove all restrictions, the risk of Omicron cases going back up again is higher than if we were to do it in a phased basis.